Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your mid-October 2017 tarot card reading. Um, I have already meditated on your sign and shuffled and pulled some cards, and let's just dive right in. So, I chose two animal cards, and I'm going to read them from the book and then give you my intuitive 2 cents. But again, as we look at these animal cards, this is sort of an overarching thematic energy to keep in mind as we move through the rest of the spread. So, for mid-October, we have the shark reversed, crossed by the dragonfly. So, shark reversed. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive, and to bring into balance, honesty. Really powerful for you guys right now. Really, really powerful. But let me just go ahead and read the dragonfly, and then I'll let you know what's coming up for me. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And there is this coming into your own here that's happening. Let's see. Dragonfly. There we go. Dragonfly. So crossing this card, this is sort of this is sort of your, either it can be an obstacle or a hurdle, or it can be an avenue, sort of an avenue. And I feel like for you, this is an avenue to where you want to go. So it's almost like a sense of direction. Dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Is it restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind, and to bring into balance, focus on the breath. So really beautiful. There is this sense with the shark that I'm getting that is, there's this bringing to light something that is hidden. That's what the shark energy represents. So I feel like we're working with a water energy here. I feel that this is emotional. I feel that there's something emotionally hidden, and this period of time right now is asking for you to expose it. Exposure is a strong theme with this, and I feel like it's very true to form for the Cancer energy, the Cancer archetype during these next couple weeks here. And this is speaking to perception. And I do feel like a lot of this is asking you to reframe things for yourself, to empower yourself, to create a framework around your thoughts and your beliefs that empowers you, that sets you free. And as I was meditating, I heard, first of all, the Lover's card came up very strongly, but there was this feeling of getting bolder. So there's this it's like you've been taking some time with something, and now there's this call to embolden, empower yourself. There's also this breaking open and breaking free. I heard break open, break free when I was meditating. So let's just keep this in mind. I'm sure that these will come up some more. So let me just show you what I'm looking at here. And that shark energy, it's flippy. So it's almost like there's something quick about it. There's something a little sneaky about, we think things are going one way, and then some sort of emotional surge comes up, and it can kind of take your breath away at moments and sort of, I just heard sideswipe you. So it's really about, the dragonfly, I feel, is saying to approach these moments, do what you can to create space between your reactions before you react in your response. So as sort of these emotions come up, it's look at it with sort of a wide angle lens, a higher perspective. So that way you're not reacting to something that's just calling perhaps for a little more tender loving care, a little bit more attention, a bit more compassion. Because I feel like for many of you, when this comes up, it's sort of yourself. I just heard your child self just asking for a little bit more compassion around something. And again, framework, I just heard, is very strong. Framework around your thoughts, around your beliefs, around how you look at your own experience. Okay, here we go. So this is the Celtic cross. The focal point of the reading. Interesting. 10 of Cups. And then also we have on the bottom of the deck here, the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Pentacles. Then under that we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed, the 8 of Wands, and then under that the Magician. Really, really strong here. So, okay. So the 10 of Cups reversed, crossed by the 2 of Wands. So in the recent past, we have the Father of Swords reversed. Okay. And then in the anchoring the spread, and also the deep, deep past, we have the 5 of Cups reversed. So this feels like this energy is coming back around, and this is a beautiful energy. So carrying us the Father of Swords reversed through the 2 of Wands, crossing the 10 of Cups reversed is carrying us directly into the near future here with the 4 of Cups reversed. And then at the crown of the spread, we have 2 cards that wanted to come out together. We have the Mother of Pentacles reversed next to the 7 of Pentacles reversed. And I just heard halt in action. Halt in action. So here we go. This also represents you and your general energy right now. We have the Father of Pentacles. Very interesting. And then in your environment, we have the Hermit. And then in our hopes and fears here, we have the 8 of Cups reversed. Beautiful. And then in the final outcome, or carrying us into the beginning of November, wow, we have the 3 of Swords reversed right next to the World. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. So, the 10 of Cups reversed, crossed by the 2 of Wands. Here you are. And there's this outpour. So again, that emotional, that water energy is coming up very strongly. But again, there's this desire with this card that sometimes I see, especially in reverse, this desire to compartmentalize, to give shape to something that might not quite be taking shape, or there's this desire to know a trajectory of something, to see where something's going. And there feels in this card for you a lack of certainty, a lack of clarity I'm hearing around something, a lack of definition. So, but crossing this, which is so beautiful, we have this state of action. So there is this theme of, so there's action, and then we have here where there's this halting energy. So there's this inaction. So there's this moving between those two. It's this almost a stopping and starting energy of it. But regardless, we have this forward motion, this momentum. And I just heard creativity is strong. So a creative potential. So there's this strong forward motion. And that lack of trajectory that you may be feeling in some area, it's almost like you're taking the reins, you're taking up that sword, which perhaps you have felt disempowered in the past and didn't take the lead in ways that you wish that you might have. And I feel that that you're stepping up to the plate here. You're really taking action. You're really saying, not again. And I am going to, there's also this strong chariot energy of the chariot card, this forward momentum, this victory. This determination and this, I just heard spinning your wheels, but it feels like there's this almost like the wheels of a train, this picking up momentum. So in the anchor, in the deep past, with the Five of Cups reversed, anchoring this whole spread here. The Five of Cups upright, we're looking at this sense of loss, despair, disappointment. It's that moment where you let it all fall down. I just heard self-pity with this as well. So there is, again, this disempowerment that comes with this card. And there's this sense that you've turned that on its head. So you're taking up that sword, you're taking up the reins, I heard catching that wagon. So there's this strong reversal here of this energy that's anchoring this spread. So there is this energy of self-empowerment that is this guiding force in how you're making decisions and how you're moving forward. And I just heard, and you'd like it to be more so. So there's this contemplation and consideration of how you can feel more fully embodied, more empowered. And this, I heard, call to action to embody that further, And with the 10 of Cups reversed, there's a lot of stuff coming in. There's a lot of opportunity available. But we're looking at that dragonfly of articulating our vision, articulating our perception of things so we can see all that's available to us. And make decisions moving forward from that perspective. And there really is this desire to see everything that's available to you. It's almost this, that is a way of giving to your sense of self-worth. I want to see it all. I want to, know what's available to me. And move forward with that information. And power, the sense of this power dynamic is coming up really strong. So there's this contemplation of, I just heard, who's in the driver's seat. So for some of you, there could be sort of this power dynamic that you're working with, either within yourself or with another. And so the Two of Wands carrying us directly into the Four of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups, so we have Five of Cups reversed, Four of Cups reversed. So there is this I just heard downsizing of emotional baggage. And in our hopes and fears here, we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So there is this hope to release old emotions that weighed heavily on us, that held us back. And this is all as a means to get in line, and it feels like get in alignment, to step through that door. There's this directional energy, this navigational energy coming from this card. Anyway, so the Four of Cups reversed. Typically, this is a card that represents dreaming, daydreaming, and again, that sense of disempowerment, which is coming up so strongly. So how to empower yourself, how to step forward from a place that feels fully empowered. Because there's this keeping things at a distance with this card right side up. But you're you're immersing yourself in something in a new way with this Four of Cups reversed. So there's actually, and with that, it's sort of shedding light on there's a safety to distance. There's things, when you keep distance, things almost don't look quite real. Everything looks perfect from far away. But when you immerse yourself in that, when you get closer to something, there is that clarity you're looking for. There is that, oh, this is what this is really like. This is what this is to experience this. And you experience sort of the entire spectrum. You experience the pretty and the not so pretty, the really fulfilling and the not so fulfilling. So you're going to get it all, and this is really what you're asking for. That immersion is important. That's the next step I just heard. To get in there. To experience what you've been dreaming of so you can gain greater clarity and really gauge whether or not this is what you want to move forward with, or if you don't. And that's carrying us directly up to the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Mother of Pentacles reversed. So this is that halting energy that I was getting for some of you. So I just heard putting the brakes on. And the Seven of Pentacles is asking us to I just heard negotiate with that for some of you. And also troubleshooting. So working with what doesn't work, what didn't work, to make it workable, to make it usable. And with the Mother of Pentacles reversed, what's already a very slow and steady energy, a very nurturing, steady, slow energy with the Pentacles, the Earth energy. There is that sort of, that halt again, that halt. And there's a recalibration that takes place on your part, I feel. Or it could be someone else's, but I feel for many of you, it's on your part. This is, whatever this circumstance is and whatever sort of this Mother of Pentacles energy represents for you, where you're feeling yourself having to recalibrate and step back from something and be in this state of I just heard stagnancy and stillness. So this state of in between with something, this state of pause with something. It's there to give you the opportunity to take all this information that you've gathered through immersing yourself in more of this experience and lining everything up just so, I just heard. So it's this evaluation of your likes and your dislikes. What do you prefer? So I feel that these second 2 weeks of October here, there is this question and this evaluation of, what do I prefer? And it's all as it means, you know, this is all, again, we're remembering that there's this momentum and there's this theme of empowerment and this spreading your wings. There's this opening up and this reframing and breaking open, breaking free. And I feel like things are moving at a much different pace for you. So there is this, although there is sort of this halting energy here, there is this momentum that there's this movement, this flow, this movement in how this picking up of pace, picking up of speed in your environment, I just heard. That you're aligned with. In your environment, we have the Hermit card. So there's already this picking up of pace that's happening. And it almost, I just heard with this halt, there's this quick thinking that's coming up. So we have the Father of Pentacles representing your general energy here. So there is this harnessing of funds and resources. There's also this advocacy nature that comes up around this card. It's almost as though the Father of Pentacles is it's understanding your position of authority. It's realizing your position of authority, I just heard. And with finances and funds, I feel for most of you that things are in a pretty solid, stable place. And if not, then this represents a support. So fiscal, tangible support of resources. And a creative venture, career venture, I just heard as well. There's this, I just heard backing. So there is this support, this fiscal support that is present for you during this time. And the Hermit in your environment, again, there's this consolidating of this Two of Wands, fire energy. So there's a harnessing that's happening. And self-study. The Hermit represents this self-study. So there's this new observational, it feels like this turtle is observing its environment patiently. And so there is that, again, that duality of sort of being patiently sort of waiting something or awaiting something, and then this getting bolder, this emboldening, this been taking time with something, and then now springing into action, wanting to make pace, I just heard. And it seems like on in your environment as well, there's like a quiet pressure to produce. So in hopes and fears here, we have the 8 of Cups reversed. And this is, so fear is 8 of Cups, which is loss, real emotional distress. This fear of losing it all. This fear of I just heard needing to settle on something. And this fear simultaneously of what not settling could lead to. We have this dark mountain and a couple cups still standing, but most all cracked, and this emotional loss. And then in reversed, it's this freedom from emotional distress. It's very similar to this energy here, which is sort of this liberated, empowered, and letting things just sort of roll off your back kind of energy. So there's this hope that you can kind of roll with the flow, roll with the punches, I just heard. Unfazed, I just heard. So there's this hope for emotional strength and integrity. I just heard I can do it right this time. I'm stronger now. That feeling. And then carrying us into November, we have the 3 of Swords reversed next to the World. So this feels like some sort of new beginning. There's this emerging into a new chapter, the unknown. This feeling here with this card is that you're on the precipice with something. And there is with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the World, we have this completion energy to a degree. And this movement from 10 of Cups to 10 of Pentacles. So there's this change of element, this elemental shift. So it's this, I just heard change of characters. And the 8, the 8 of Wands with the Magician right behind it is this, again, that catching that wagon, that sort of that making pace, that groundbreaking forward momentum, that harnessing your own power. And this is so powerful to be moving into November with, which you are. It is the actualization of all of these things. It is this I'm strong enough, I'm powerful enough, I am empowered and embodied. And then the 3, there is some tension here I'm feeling around this card, this 3 of Swords reversed. So there is, I heard chalking something up as not a loss and not a win. And then there's this opening to new possibility, this new potential, this new really synchronicities abound. And this stepping through this next door with something. And this feels that the world card is a doorway. It's a portal. So it's a portal into the next phase of your reality, this new reality. So you're walking through this door into the next stage of something. So this looks really, really, really strong. This is a powerful time for you. And there is this progression that's taking place. But it also feels like there is, whatever this is that you're experiencing, it's almost like the ground is shaking a bit. So there is this, maintaining your balance is something that you're consciously needing to be conscious of. And again, it's because I do feel like the pace is picking up. And, but so there's this constant sort of this recalibrating, this maintaining balance as you're moving through these next couple of weeks. It looks very strong and very promising and very creative. And there is this emotional integrity that is being built. And that looks really exciting. So I hope that this was helpful. Do check out your rising or your moon sign, because that's very helpful. It can give you a more holistic reading. And yes, so please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate that so much. And I hope that this resonated with you. If not, these are so general. I like to say just take what resonates with you, and what doesn't, let it go. And if none of this resonates with you, which hopefully some of it does, but do check out other readings. There are incredible readers on YouTube. So keep looking until you find what works for you. I love you so much, and have a beautiful latter half of October.